Hi, this is Louie Mack.
And you're listening to
the Vulgar Parenting Podcast.
Episode 20.
What's up? This is Scotty Boombox, and you're listening to the Vulgar Parenting Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 20th episode. We curse, we drink, we laugh, and we parent. This is the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Thank you for listening. Subscribe now on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating, and we will read it on air, no matter what it says. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/thevppodcast. Follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at Vulgar Parenting. Email us, vulgarparenting@gmail.com. And of course, if you can't remember any of that, check out everything we do at vulgarparenting.com. The Vulgar Parenting Podcast is produced by SHS Audio Department. Check out shsaudiodepartment.com for all your pro audio needs, including DJ services, audiobook and podcast production, music production and music licensing, multimedia services, and creative consulting. Check out shsaudiodepartment.com. And this episode was brought to you by our sponsors at Technically Speaking, the YouTube channel that is a must subscribe for anyone that loves rants, raves, and reviews on technology, from audio and video gear to smartphone, from Apple to Google and apps. Peachy and Greg are producing weekly content for all the tech lovers out there at youtube.com/technically speaking. Go now, leave a comment that you heard about this fantastic channel on the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. And this just in, a listener submission. Is this a vulgar parenting? A vulgar parent moment. It might be the first one of those to come, but we love it. So Kelly Nardoni wrote on our Facebook page at facebook.com/thevppodcast. She wrote, "You make me feel normal." I think that's an LOL. I don't know. It's a lot of exclamation points, but either way, she's very excited.
Ouch.
She writes, "Got an email from my English teacher that he has started to call him Dad during class and seems to not be able to stop himself even after receiving a detention. After questioning my lovely 9th grade son, I found out that for every time he calls the teacher Dad, he gets to slap his friend in the face."
Love it.
He's getting detention for doing it. And the whole reason why he's doing it is because he gets to slap his friend in the face.
Absolutely something I would do.
That's absolutely beautiful.
She writes, "Proud parenting moment." Amazing. Yep. Kelly, Thank you for that. What might be the inaugural vulgar parenting moment of the week?
So anyone out there, send it in.
Send them in.
Let us know what your moments are.
Where
Tweet
do we
them
find
in,
that?
Facebook them in.
Yeah, where do we find that one at? I'm going to click on community on Facebook.
Community on Facebook.
You're a millennial. How does this work? Is there something?
You got it right. You said click community, and we're like, there it is.
There it
What's
is.
the only button you haven't clicked yet?
Yeah, I felt like I was
It's
helping
just
my grandfather
reasoning.
add his printer.
Whatever.
All right, let's get into it.
What's up?
As a vulgar parent, I ask myself, what's up with these headlines? First up, a South Florida teacher fired for throwing a XXX party.
Hey-o.
Wow.
Yikes.
Choops, I don't know about this one, but I'm not surprised that it started with I think it was the dance club. It was the dance club
I
that
thought you were going to go
that threw
Florida
this.
on that one.
Oh, Florida.
Obvious.
Miami-Dade, baby. You know it's Florida. All right, a South Florida teacher has been fired for throwing an X-rated surprise party for a former student. That raises questions right out of the gate.
Is it former student because she was fired, or former student because she, whatever it was previously a student of hers and was
think
no
it
longer?
was B. Now, I don't know why. Why is like, did they graduate? Are they of age? And that's important because she was fired for throwing an X-rated surprise party for a former student, and it took place at the school.
Obviously. Where else would you hold it?
Mater Lakes Academy. Well, you know the room's available. You know the schedule of the room. It's a charter school for 6th through 12th grade in Northwest Miami-Dade. So according to parents, the party happened in the dance teachers' class. See, these dance teachers, I knew it. Dancers. Never date a dancer, dude. Never date a dancer. So the mother of one young female came home, so she had these videos. And so this younger kid comes in, right? I watched the whole expose. It's a great article. We have to tweet it out because there's a full 3-minute, well-produced TV video at the top of it, right? And it's like the kid comes in the teacher makes them put on a dick hat.
Obviously.
Like it's a ball cap with a huge dick coming out off the top of it.
Obviously.
And well, sorry, it's not coming out off the top of it until you pull the string and it goes hard. Right? So that's one thing. Okay, there's a dick hat.
Is this a birthday party or bachelorette party?
Right, like 6th grade though, right? So
It's
there's
6 through 12.
there's 11-year-olds in the room, right? Then the cake has a lollipop on top of it that's
shaped like a vagina.
it straight up looks like a vagina. Miller.
First off, what
come-
part
come
of
somebody here? Help me out here, guys.
this is my problem with this is I feel like the headline's misleading. That's not X-rated. A boner hat and a vagina lollipop, like that's your X-rated party? Like when I read it, I was expecting to see strippers. Or like
I think you were just disappointed. You were just personally disappointed. If you had a kid and there was a
whatever you
vagina lollipop, Miller, how happy are you going to be that your fucking 6-year-olds are on a vagina cake with dick hats? Are you going to be a little upset that this is what they've decided to do with dance club?
Yeah, for sure.
It's a problem.
Really?
It's a problem.
And I
You're
think
That's a problem.
Yeah,
well,
that's
wait,
a big
first
problem.
off, let's
dude.
step back for a second.
I'm
and
not
go.
saying it. I'm not
Your
saying
level
it,
of X-rated is not the same as a middle school's level of X-rated.
it's 6th through 12th grade.
the
Those are high
mother-
schoolers in
Oh,
there.
fine.
How old are 6th graders? 11?
Did it,
12?
it
11
says
year
the
olds?
school 6th through 12. It didn't say the kids were in 6th grade.
It said the one girl that
Oh, the
shot
party
the
had
video
listed as
was
was
an
11.
11-year-old.
Yeah.
There's an 11-year-old dude.
And
Dude.
an 11-year-old's version of X-rated is not your version of X-rated. So it's
I
a
mean,
little
that
bit different.
might be true.
So there's a dick cake or a dick hat that gets hard.
By
there's
the way,
there's a vagina cake.
lollipop.
it's
First off,
hilarious.
They leave out the most. What's the fucking party about? What do you think the party's about, Miller?
Sex education.
He graduated from. He finally. That was the class he had to pass in summer school to finally graduate, and then he came back,
And it was
they
a
were
joke.
celebrating. It was a sex ed fucking.
And this
party.
teacher was just doing it, making a joke, but then didn't realize
I
that.
wonder if she taught sex ed.
I hope so.
If she doesn't, you just wrote her alibi for how she has to explain it on her resume. That gap in employment. Well, okay, so I was working in Miami. I was teaching a sex ed class. It went a little too far.
Kids started asking questions. Penis hats were brought out. I don't know. I don't. To me, inappropriate. Sure, X-rated. That's the thing that still bothers me. I'm still hung up on that. I mean, should an 11-year-old be exposed to it? Probably not. But
Okay, so the headline read 3 X's. Okay, I'll give you it wasn't 3X. Okay, it wasn't hardcore.
no.
Like there wasn't a dildo in the cake. There was no real. I don't know where I'm taking
It's
this.
very
I don't know.
yeah.
That's what I had to do to myself is say that on a podcast to agree with you. I feel dirty.
What's up?
Next up in What's Up, a Belgian sex education website for 7-year-olds is slammed for teaching advanced sex techniques such as the hummingbird, twist and shout, and the deep cave. Wow.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. These, I would never take my fiance to Belgium because some 7-year-old's gonna run up and swoop my girl. Like
Deep cave,
they
yeah,
start
whoa.
going into positions that I'm unaware of.
I've never heard of the humming.
and
like-
they're so well
The
illustrated.
deep cave, yeah, and they're illustrated for a 7-year-old. Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I'm telling
I'm
you,
so
this has
disappointed
got-
that we don't know what the deep cave is.
Yeah,
We should know what the deep cave is, and we don't know what it is.
I've been sexually active for months now, and I've never heard of any of this stuff.
dude. Well, now granted, it does come from Belgium, right? Like Belgium, you know, what do they call a fucking elevator over there? A lift, cookies or crackers or cookies or you know what I mean? Like they may call different shit over there.
Hold on. Oral sex techniques such as the twist and shout method and the V-finger technique and the deep cave sex position are demonstrated for Belgian youngsters. The V-finger technique?
Welcome back to the podcast, Miller. There he is. Welcome back from vacation. He finally spoke on wax. Oh my God. And that's what it took to get you to speak.
That shit was funny, man. What can I say?
Yeah, but it said
I
it
talk
was
when it's funny.
It was designed for 15-year-olds, but recommended for children as young as 7.
Yeah, what?
But these pictures,
This is
are,
more X-rated
Dude, I
than
think
the
it's
party.
bullshit. I think it's bullshit.
As a 15 or
think it's-
16-year-old, you can get your rocks off to these pictures. Like this is like,
Bruh, no one draws a sex ed fucking illustration and there's a mattress on the floor. The mattress is
like
on the
th-
floor,
The nipples
dog.
are drawn in and everything. Like it's not like
Oh, it's nice. They are getting
This
it.
is
Yeah.
more X-rated than the party. I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
Oh, for sure. For sure, this is way more. I mean, I think it's like a spoof. Like,
Oh.
dude, it's someone's art project. It's someone's prank. Like, it's like dumb.
hummingbird?
It's
I gotta
like
Google that
it's
shit.
like.
Wait a minute, it's
it's
in
like-
here. They have the hummingbird in here.
Do they really?
Are we
What the
ready
fuck
to
is
learn?
Describe it for our
The
listeners.
hummingbird technique is explained as
Wait, that's an owl.
That's-
I fucked up my bird noises.
make with your tongue rapid flappy movements over the penis, just like the wings. You can apply this technique
Whoops.
elsewhere, from the testicles to the tip of
Like
the
a
penis.
clitoris.
Now this
Damn
is
it.
in quotations,
Man,
as
what
in
quote-
it was in.
This is what it was written as
Yes.
on the site. Amazing. dude.
And then the next is where it talks about it was originally meant for 15-year-olds, but also recommended. The very next.
Do they not
sentence.
have any more of these? Like
I need to.
I
Find
mean,
this.
I'm not going to do the hummingbird. That's between you two, but still.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, this is getting blocked on my kid's iPad.
What?
This website.
Well, they're not 7 yet. They've got
Good
a couple years.
point. Good
You don't
point.
even have to worry about
Good
it.
point.
Yeah.
Good
They're
point.
not
Lou
7
has,
yet.
Lou has 10 months.
And
it
Lou,
out, son.
and Lou did get kissed in the junk like first day.
Dude, you can't put that shit on wax. On that note,
What's up?
jilted wife and mistress team up to kidnap cheating husband, strip him naked, and leave him freezing in the woods.
That's some
Miller-
movie shit right there.
Miller, is it fucked up that I first thought of you when I read this?
Yes.
Is this some shit that happens to Justin Verlander?
Right. It could, because his wife was in one of those movies where they do some shit like this. But
Exactly. Right?
But yeah, I mean, this is like some Hollywood shit right here. Like this story is going to be sold in like what's that awful network, Lifetime?
Yeah.
The Lifetime network is buying the rights to this movie and filming right now.
Bro, I've got so much props for this dude. First off, all the photos, the women have their eyes like blacked out, like there's black bars over their eyes.
Right.
Even with the eyes, blocked out, there's some fine looking women, right? They're perfectly fine looking, right?
All right.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Right.
Even with the eyes blocked out. One.
Right.
Two, he was so good in bed that he was able to sleep with both of them, and they were so mad about it. Because if the guy wasn't good in bed, they wouldn't give a shit, right? They're like, oh, thank God, I don't have to fuck with this anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's only, women I think mostly go crazy when they're like actually attached to someone, right? I should not go into this any further. You guys can both are giving me a look, right? Like, bro, you wading out into that river by yourselves, bro. You're right. I'm cutting that off right now. But anyways, he got two women so upset that they fucking took him into the woods, stripped him. So did they pull a gun on him? Like, what's the deal?
I would like to think that it was some like one of them, like in the movie. Like I don't know. I'm sure there's movies, but I'm sure like I would like to think that it's like a big setup. Like, hey, like come out here. Like I want to
like a weird three-way in the woods.
Mhm.
And he's like, well,
okay.
this sounds like a good idea.
Yep, that's
Wait,
right.
except that that's not how they sound
they-
in Berlin, Germany.
They
Maybe it's
and-
Berlin, Alabama, but I really don't think it is.
I
Is that a
also
real
think
thing?
maybe he wasn't that great at sex. Maybe they were just both heartbroken because they both thought they were the only ones, and then they found out they're not the only ones, and then they attempted
I
to murder
cannot
him.
roll my eyes any harder at your sympathetic female version of what happened in their hearts.
You know that I'm always going to look out for the ladies.
Oh my God. Follow him at President Miller.
Yeah, I'm sure the ladies love it.
Not really.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If the roles were reversed, fellas, I'm going to ask you real quick before we wrap up this segment.
Yes.
If you found out you was getting played by your woman and the
Mhm.
dude was there and he was just as shocked and pissed as you, would there some shit you would do to her?
Nah, I'd probably beat his ass.
Miller?
No, I wouldn't do either of those two things.
You would just be cool with it?
So,
Like,
I mean,
so
I would-
what's D? What's C?
Scott Miller
I mean, at least-
Episodes 20, cuck of the week. Nah, man, it's cool. See what the fuck.
I mean, why the fuck-
It finally made it into the podcast.
Why the fuck am I
It
going
took 20 episodes?
20 episodes.
20 episodes in.
Why the
How
fuck
come
would
we
I
made it?
fight him? Like, obviously she's the deceitful one.
Nah, for sure. I'm not saying he's
Like-
in the wrong. I'm just saying I can't hit her.
Oh, I see. What
Well,
you're
yeah,
saying.
you don't.
got to hit
You
something.
didn't. We didn't say you're hitting. You're not. Hitting.
No, I said I'd beat his ass.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what
Yeah,
you're saying.
and I'm just saying I'd leave her and
Yeah,
I'd say,
actually,
get the fuck out
because
of
if
my.
you do that to a woman, it's somehow worse
Yeah.
in my mind, which is totally the double standard of life. But whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, like they did to him, it's super messed up. But yeah, I could never do this, and that's fucking cruel as shit.
No, yeah, I mean, like, I'm
I'm
like,
not
fuck
hitting
you, get
her.
the fuck out of here, and you two can be together,
yeah,
peace
man.
them out.
But there's obviously
I'm not
enough
going to
drama
jail
in,
just
in my
because of
life.
this shit.
Yeah, like there's enough drama in my life already.
Temporary
I'm not
insanity, bruh.
choosing more drama by trying to pull off a fucking weird rom-com moment that they
No.
maybe they thought that shit was funny, and then they drank a bottle of wine, got drunk and passed out,
There was
and then
another
woke
movie
up
like that, like
and
with
were
Cameron
like,
Diaz.
"Oh shit!"
I don't know.
Ripped from the headlines. Guiding life. In Guiding Life, 3 lucky listeners have been selected to receive your parenting and relationship advice from the life coach, Ryan Choops. Get your life guided by sending your questions to Coach Choops at Ryan C. Life Coach on Twitter or email ryanchoopslifecoach@gmail.com. Get your life right at ryanchoopslifecoach.com.
Boom.
All right. Troops, first up, we got Alexander from Chicago.
Alexander.
Thanks
Can we
for
call
writing.
him Alex for short? Just because that's a lot of syllables.
I don't know. He wrote Alexander. We got to say Alexander here.
I'm going to call him Al.
You can call me Al. You remember that song?
No.
No.
You guys are a millennial. That's some Paul
I
Simon
know that
shit.
song, Paul Simon.
So, see, okay. Oh, no, I don't know it. Okay. At least
Oh,
make
yeah, I do.
Ooh,
No,
okay.
I really don't know it.
Alexander from Chicago writes, Coach Choops,
What's up, Al?
my wife wants me to dress up in bed.
Okay.
We have a healthy sex life, but I hate Star Wars, and that's where she wants to take this. Okay, whoa, okay.
This
He
is
right-
aggressive. Things are getting weird in Minneapolis.
Alexander, it's actually in Chicago.
Chicago.
See, the
Hey.
moment you change his name, you also change his.
I know,
where he
Al
lives.
from Minneapolis.
I don't know where I got Minneapolis.
I don't
from.
like your name or your city. I'm going to call you 2 different things, Al.
Stubborn.
Alexander from
Hey.
Chicago writes, Coach
Where did I get
Choops,
Minneapolis?
my wife wants me to dress up in bed. We have a healthy sex life, but I hate Star Wars, and that's where she wants to take this. Should I do it or not? P.S. My kids love Star Wars.
I feel like the PS is. I wasn't a fan of this to begin with, and then
Oh, that's definitely what he's saying. And now
and then the
he's
PS
even
is
more
like,
so.
wait
like-
a minute,
like,
that's just weird.
Yep.
Like, oh, our kids are into this, and
Mhm,
now I want to dress up as something my kids are into. Like, I don't want to assume the worst of your wife, Al, in Chicago,
Mhm.
but that's weird. Now, I do respect you for the fact I am not a Star Wars fan either. So, like, that's also part of the thing that's like a little bit weird. Like,
Let
I
me
feel
ask
like
you
if you want to dress
question.
up and do stuff like this, like, cool, I guess. But like, let's do something we're both into.
From the vague look on both of your faces,
No,
who here has never seen a Star Wars movie?
the
Me.
both of us.
Fucking A. Okay,
I thought we've been through this before.
Alexander, you're shit out of luck. So now this falls to me.
Pretty much, because all I would say is this: if she's dressing up as Chewbacca and she wants him to dress up like, is it Leia, Princess Leia? Yeah, you need to run, motherfucker. You need to get the hell out of there.
Oh, it's all about character selection.
It's character
It's definitely about
selection.
character selection. So, but the problem is I can't talk characters with you dudes, and I'm not a big Star
mean,
Wars.
I know who
idea.
Chewbacca
Like, I
is.
know the basics of
He's
it.
the
I've just
Chewbacca's the
never
big
seen
green
it.
slimy
if
guy.
she,
Chewbacca's the hairy
God
dude.
damn it, stop fucking like. acting like you don't know what
I got it.
that- I don't know. Was that the new
Was
Kodak
that the
Black
hummingbird?
song? What the fuck was that?
I think that was the hummingbird.
Hummingbird, or that was stick 'em. That was some Kodak Black.
No, that isn't that the noise Chewbacca makes.
I guess
Yeah,
that wasn't even close either.
mine was better.
Bro, I've been going down some really bad paths on this podcast, and we're not even like halfway through. I'm gonna regret it like half of this shit, but we're gonna keep going with it.
It's episode
Okay.
20.
So I'm with you
Okay.
though, Miller. If he
Character
picks,
selection.
if she wants to dress up like Princess Leia in the metal bikini from where she's chained to fucking Jabba the Hutt, okay, cool. If she wants
That's
to go,
the green guy.
Yeah.
no, he's not. Yes, he's like a big booger.
blob.
He's like a big blob, right?
Yeah, not the
Right.
little green guy.
But when she's chained up in that crazy, that was like every kid from the 70s and 80s dream was to sleep with fucking Princess Leia.
Leia.
When she was in that metal bikini, bruh,
I'm more
Carrie
of a
became a
Fast
fucking icon.
Times.
I know, but let's stay on brand with me here,
gotcha.
okay?
We're helping
But-
Al,
Okay,
not Scott.
But if she like starts calling your dick Yoda and weird shit like that, like nope, no. If she wants to do Lando, it's because she's into black dudes. Billy D. Williams, Colt 45
Right.
with the cape, right?
Can we
Han Solo, okay, I'll be Han Solo.
Have-
He's the cool dude. He wears a vest and has a gun, okay. He's
let
like
me-
Sons of Anarchy.
why are you just naming off random characters right now?
Because I'm saying
He's
these are
putting
the
them into
people-
perspective. Like he's saying,
Listen,
he's-
have you personally
Yeah,
ever dressed up and role played in bed?
no, never,
No. Miller? Okay.
no.
I'll play like happy me instead of angry me, but that's it.
Like, so to me, like,
Meaning
that's
he'll
just not
fake it.
shit anything I get into to begin with. So it's like hard for me to,
Thank God our wives don't listen to this.
you know. No, but
Or
like, even
anything I
still,
do.
like, I don't know, dressing up and shit like that. Like, I thought the point of getting down is to take the clothes off, not like put shit on.
Oh, it's all
There's a-
pregame. You're
There's-
right.
There's
it's all,
a
it's all
website
crazy
for
pregame.
There's a website for everyone.
Jesus, welcome back.
Yeah. But to me, especially knowing, and she has to know you're not a fan of Star Wars. To me, I sit there and say it's weird.
That's cool.
I'm going with a nay on that one.
I think it's a no too because he already gave you the out. His
Yeah.
kids like Star Wars, but like,
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
I don't want to look at my kids' stuff and think about
Yeah.
the old higgledy piggledy. All right, second up,
Yeah.
Tammy from Marion. Tammy from Marion writes, Coach Choops,
What's up, Tammy?
my son's a freshman in high school, and we
Congrats.
recently got a letter from the school stating that they found hard drugs in the school. It makes me nervous that he's around this kind of stuff. What should I do to make sure he stays away from it? Whoa.
Whoa.
So we already know where Marion is. Marion got problems.
Yeah.
This is kind of serious.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
But what do you
Um,
say, Coach? That is a
Deep water.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
how do you keep your kid away from doing dumb shit like heroin? Let's be real here.
That
Hey,
is what it is.
pretty sure I just figured out the title of my next PowerPoint that I'm going to sell to Marion.
That's right. How
How to keep your kid from doing dumb shit like heroin. With me,
Scotty Boombox.
Scotty Boombox. Meet me out. I'll be projecting on the side of my white van. It also doubles as a movie screen because it has no windows.
And ignore all the used needles on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
Marion!
That's so wrong. All right.
Tammy.
Tammy, I completely sympathize with your concerns. Obviously, I could take the easy route and tell you to make sure that you're doing things with your kids, staying involved, make sure he's doing the right things, be not a helicopter, but a good parent for your child. Those are the things that I could tell you to make sure that he doesn't get into heroin. What I'm going to tell you is show him why he doesn't want to get into heroin, and like fucking drive him around the hood and shit like that. You see that dude, that shit they found in your school, that guy's doing that. Like that's why you like
Real life.
scared straight for
Scared
drugs,
straight.
scared straight for drugs,
Scared straight. I like it.
and maybe like weekly drug tests or something like that.
I mean,
You can get those for pretty cheap, I think.
I think
at,
you
like,
definitely got to
CVS.
scare him. If you
Scare
don't
him
scare him,
into
he's
it.
not going
Like,
to
yeah.
get it.
Like, don't do drugs. Like, yeah.
You
Before
could
know it,
also
he's-
look it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think
That
you
is
got
a
to
fail
see it.
safe. I think you. Well, I think you brought that up in the past though.
Yeah.
That the power of the image and like the video.
Tammy.
You know.
Tammy, I got you hooked up. Jump on YouTube and look up. I think it was either like 60 minutes, 20 minutes, who the fuck ever. They did a thing on crocodile which is an awful drug
that
in
straight
Russia.
from heroin.
Yeah,
That, like
show them the
heroin
crocodile
mixed
videos.
Yeah, show them the crocodile videos and just tell them you do any drug, and this is what
This
happens.
is what's
to
going to
you.
happen.
It literally
It's like
eats
you
your
remember
fucking
in
skin away.
sex ed, like where they'd show you all like the
Herbie,
weird STDs and shit like that.
Yeah, you need like heroin ed. You need to scare people with opioid fucking.
Why don't we start this in Marion?
Well, I'm sure there's some people up there trying, but damn. Tammy, be a good mom. Give them a little bit of that scared straight, and keep your chin up because you're trying to do the right thing. All right, next up, Theo from St. Louis.
Theo.
Theo writes, Coach Choops,
What's up, Theo?
my son can't drive for shit. Somehow he passed his driver's test and now he's legal. I'm worried as hell. What can I do to stop my son from wrecking my rides and raising my insurance rates?
I like how it's all about you, like not the safety of your son, but like I don't want to have to pay for this shit.
Here's the deal, though.
Yeah.
I feel him, though, because anymore, like, you know, if the kid puts a seatbelt on, he's surrounded by like 9 airbags. If he's driving anything from post 2015, like, the shit blows up into a huge pillow,
Yeah.
you know? Now,
You drive that shit off a mountain.
if you give him your mom's, you know, Buick,
Subaru
got no seatbelts, that's a different story. But,
with the bench seat.
dude, yeah.
The seat belt was mom like reaching over and hitting you in the
Yeah,
chest.
it was holding you back every
That's
time
right.
she had to hit the brakes.
That's right. No, Theo, what I would tell you is your son has his license. That sucks. As somebody who uses roads and highways on a regular basis, I would appreciate it if you kept your son the fuck away from me and just didn't give him the keys to a car.
That's good. I like that
Like-
a lot. Yeah.
You know, to me, it's like,
Save
okay,
us.
you have your license. Do us all a favor. Don't let the kid drive. And until you sit there and say, hey, 6 months down the road, like I'm going to give you another shot, and he fucks up, it'd be like, nope, pull over, hop out, I'm getting in. You know, until you start driving like a normal person, I ain't gonna trust you. Like you ain't fucking up my rides. The
I like it.
Subaru,
I tell you what you do, bro.
2005 Subaru.
Make him save up for his ride.
Wagon.
Don't let him wreck your rides. Make him buy his own. And the time it takes to save up for it.
Mm-hmm.
Hope to God the boy gets some balance or whatever the hell you need to be a good driver. Because
know.
I don't get it.
I think common sense.
It's there. I think there's also a certain athleticism to it. You know what I mean?
I've seen people drive all the time, and I don't look at them, while I'm driving past them and go, "Yep, that's an athlete."
Yeah, but you're driving past them. I'm saying like there's like a reaction speed. There's a little hand-eye coordination. You know what I mean? Like there's
I guess.
something to being comfortable at a certain speed.
Is that why,
you know?
like,
you got to
is
get
that why old people aren't good at driving? Is because they
bingo,
slow reactions?
Bingo.
All right, you might have sold me on athleticism.
And women. Just said it. I'm sorry. Put it on wax on shit. JK.
Have you ever seen Danica Patrick, bruh?
Yeah, she's sick.
She's never won a race.
Have you ever driven a NASCAR?
Have I ever driven like a NASCAR car?
Yeah, have you ever raced in a NASCAR race?
Not in a NASCAR race, but I've
Okay.
driven a stock car before around a track.
Okay.
Were you in Vegas?
Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
That's where I was
that
born.
That sounds highly accurate. There are racetracks there. You know that.
Yeah, it was like $200. It was like $200.
And how fast did you get that thing up to? Like a
About
buck
like a
20?
$1.60.
Bullshit.
$1.60.
Bullshit. I'm calling shenanigans on that.
Look it up.
I like it.
No, I know they do that, but I've seen the ones that they
Danica
do it. Make
Patrick's
it up
not
to, like,
driving 160 miles an hour. Danica Patrick is driving 190 miles an hour.
Okay.
160 miles an hour. I get my car to 160. That's nothing.
The Jetta?
Yeah.
No.
No.
We're
I'll
talking
bet you
120.
I'll bet you $20 you can't get that car up to 160.
You better GoPro it, bro, because I'm not getting in that fucker.
All right.
I'm telling you right now.
160 kilometers per hour, maybe.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'm oh
No,
my
not
God.
160. I can't remember. I think that one taps out like 141. Is where I had it like, which means it's done.
All right. We're getting into it. Listen,
No.
look.
160 is not that fast.
Oh my God.
160 miles an hour is not that fast.
No.
That's over twice twice the speeding limit.
Yeah, you don't do it all the time, but if you got a clear run, go for it. Got a clean stretch.
There's no car you've ever owned that can get to 160. And the stock car that you drove around a track 6 times didn't get to 160. You
I've never
maybe
hit
130 or 135.
I've never hit 100 miles an hour in my life.
Never?
Never.
All right. I've done 100.
I've gotten into the 90s and then was not comfortable.
Yeah.
Like
No.
right around 96, 97, 98.
Like any car you're in it, and like my car, like I
I've
have a
never
nice
had a
car,
fast car
and
either.
I've done 100 in it.
yeah, we got the Caddy up to
And
like high 90s a couple
you're
times.
moving at 100
Open
miles
it-
an hour.
Opening it up. Come on for Pennsylvania tour.
Miller over here just living life on the edge,
160.
doing 160 to work in the morning.
But bro, if you pay $200, you better get fucking something more than you're gonna get on the fucking interstate,
But
right?
those things
That's the whole
have-
idea.
No, for sure. But I guarantee those, like, you get that thing up to 130.
I feel like 150, 160 was about right.
150 or is it 160?
That area,
It's coming down.
maybe I can't
If
remember.
we could
that
give
shit
it
was
a
a long
shit,
time
if we
ago.
just
Caught this
waste,
fish.
if we waste like 10 more minutes on this podcast, I bet we can get them down to like 88 miles an hour. Like,
Sammy Hagar's. I can't drive 55.
You said you got a nice car. That car out there weighs 400 pounds.
You got to talk to the mic if you're going to diss him.
That thing ain't going.
You can't look at
I
him.
don't think that 300 is even hitting 100. That thing weighs too much to hit to 100.
Dude, that'll get to 100.
absolutely has hit 100 real easy.
That'll get to 100 though. It's not going to get to
A
160.
Chrysler 300 will get to 100 miles an hour.
Bro,
Yeah.
yeah. Dude, my Cadillac Sedan DeVille got up to 98 and it was going to keep going, but I started getting real scared. White knuckled, Adderalled, and liquored out of my mind. All right, well, so listen.
Basically, don't let the
Theo-
kid drive.
Listen, Theo, hopefully that was a big help to you in your parenting. We're going to move on because we have to vote this week.
You are the vulgar parent of the week.
Ever think you're a bad parent? Well, don't get so damn down on yourself because these next 3 parents will make you feel like you have a bachelor's degree in early childhood development. This week's Vulgar Parent of the Week is brought to you by romantic and suspense mystery novelist Deborah Gaskill, whose latest novel, Kissing Fits, is now available on Amazon and at DeborahGaskillNovels.com in the 4th installment of her Fit series. A woman is found shot dead on her porch. A mayor with something on the side. These 2 cases take a surprising turn in the next Fitz detective novel, Kissing Fits, available now on Amazon.com and at DeborahGaskillNovels.com. Be sure to mention the Vulgar Parenting Podcast sent you. All right, fellas, you ready?
Ready?
All right, we got 3 fantastic candidates this week. First up, Greensburg, Pennsylvania. Police say a newborn's dad sold heroin in the hospital maternity ward. A Pennsylvania man has been jailed on charges he sold heroin in the hospital maternity ward where people were visiting his newborn daughter. 25-year-old Cody Holtz was arraigned Friday on charges including heroin delivery and endangering the welfare of children.
Whoa. It's not like he was giving heroin to the
I
children.
love that you're instantly jumping to his defense. Continue.
Yeah, Cody. No, to me, I sit there and say, if you want to get him for distributing drugs, like, sure, whatever. But he did nothing to those children.
Everything you do wrong in a maternity ward, you're automatically going to get endangering. He's lucky he doesn't get one of those charges for every fucking kid in that
No,
wing of the
I'm
hospital.
calling bullshit. I'm
Selling-
Team Cody.
Slanging ope, huh? Slanging opium, slanging that supreme opioid in the maternity ward.
Yeah. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying he didn't do anything to endanger the kids. He didn't expose them to it. Plus, like, aren't they behind that glass wall anyway?
Apologies. First, I'd like to apologize. The top speed you could go in these things is 149. There it is. Going back to did he?
He did not do 160 is what he's trying to say.
No, but
Did you just pull up the racing stats from the website of the Winston-Salem Dream NASCAR Vacation Cruise.biz where
Yeah,
you take a
That's
riverboat?
absolutely what he just did.
Oh my God.
listen. Going back to what you just said about he didn't. Yeah, he did because
He did what?
He did what? What?
He
Are you talking
totally
about that
endangered
you-
Are
those
you talking
kids.
about
He
Winston
totally
Salem?
endangered those kids.
You doing 90 miles an hour?
He totally endangered those kids
What? How did he endanger the kids? Go ahead, I'll wait.
by bringing opium around
It was heroin
or heroin, whatever the fuck it was.
It's the same thing. It's an
an
derivative.
opioid, but
Yeah.
by just bringing it around and having it in hand.
do
And
you?
they're not always behind this mythical glass wall. They're out and they're moving. They're being carted to this mom and that mom, and they're going over here to get their fucking circumcision, and then they're
Wait.
going over there.
Do either of you partake in recreational drugs?
Yes.
Okay. Do you ever keep said recreational drugs anywhere that your children could be?
Fuck no.
No.
You don't keep it in your house ever?
That's not what I said.
Do you keep it in your house?
I sure do.
Do you endanger your children by having
There are
recreational drugs?
lots of areas of my home that things are stored. Like I own a weapon. I own multiple weapons
Mhm.
that my children do not have access to.
I'm just saying
I think the defense rests.
that I won.
You did just win. My point. Yeah. So he had it around. But these babies are not like normal kids. They're home from the, like what you're talking about with my kids is like they're home from the hospital. They know, they understand a little bit of right from wrong. They're not like in the fragile infancy of life. It's day one. You don't know if your kid's going to live or die. It's learning how to use lungs for the first time. It's like
He wasn't
you can't.
doing drugs around them. He was just selling them.
But he's selling them to people that could do
He's
the drugs
bringing-
around him.
he is bringing
He's
a
brought
criminal
them
element.
into the fucking thing.
Can we get Cody on this podcast so I can ask him a few questions?
Well, we are lucky because Cody was this week's 5-star review, and Cody wrote, "You know, when I'm coming down off heroin and I feel like a bad parent,
I just remember that
I
Choops
thought-
thinks it's cool to sell heroin in a maternity ward.
I'm going to throw myself into the running, and that's going to bring me back
I'm just
from
saying
this
it's not
fucking
endangering a child.
K-hole.
I'm not saying that you should sell heroin. I'm just saying
bro."
it wasn't in child endangerment.
So do you think he should be charged if he sold heroin and someone lit up with their baby, their newborn baby, in their room?
No, the person that lit up should be charged, not the person that gave it to
Man,
him.
you guys don't know shit about heroin. Ain't nobody fucking lighting it up. That's
Or
the
excuse me,
quickest way to get
I
caught
don't-
doing anything is to burn
Right.
something.
But I'm just saying-
quickest way to get caught with heroin is to set it on fire in a hospital. No one's lighting up heroin. They're either snorting it or shooting it. Probably shooting it. Probably got some clean fucking needles in there.
There you go.
So you don't think that's
Putting their hand in the
That-
U Sharps container, the red bin,
Right.
that the hazardous waste crew hasn't picked up yet. They're fucking
Right.
pulling that shit out.
See?
Oops,
See?
dropping the needle
endangering,
into the
endangering the welfare of a child. Now I've pulled fucking heroin
dropping
needles
the
out of this.
needle of
It
the
was
heroin
not in the
into
article.
the fucking crib. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who feel he shouldn't be charged. He should absolutely be charged. He played a direct role in that kid getting accidentally stabbed with a needle with heroin on it because he brought it in there and he sold it to
No.
those people.
That's conjecture, Your Honor. Your Honor, that's conjecture.
It
That
absolutely
did not
is.
see, the problem with the article is there's not enough in it.
There's not.
No, there's not.
There's not.
It doesn't say who he sold it to. It doesn't say like at all.
I'm assuming that he is a regular drug dealer.
He had paraphernalia on him, but at least he wasn't using it
He
to
was not
celebrate the
using it.
birth of his child.
No, but I'm guessing he deals
Jesus
heroin.
Christ.
He deals heroin. Baby was born. He was being a good father. Shows up to the birth of his child, and people's business still calls. You know, like, hey, I got to take this. Like, yeah,
Gotta take this. It's another day at the office
that's
here.
right. And he sits there and
Marion.
you know, hey man, like I need some heroin.
Oh God,
You're the guy I get it from. He says, all right, but my child's being born right
you're not
now.
gonna believe this shit.
You're gonna-
It's kind of a bad time, so I'm charging the double.
You're gonna have to come up to the hospital maternity ward.
I'm gonna meet you in the parking lot. I'm gonna put this orange wristband on you. It's gonna get you past Stacy
Everyone.
at the desk.
I'm not saying what he was doing to make a living is wrong, but I am saying he did endanger anyone there by bringing it into a hospital.
Here's what
or
you don't
maternity
have to
ward.
throw up: a staunch defense of this cat. You can just not vote for him this week. All
That's
right?
right.
All right.
Next up, candidate 2: woman arrested for sex with boy. Wait,
how's that apparent?
the mom was arrested for failing to report it. This comes to us from KATC. So apparently, this kid was what, 16?
16-year-old boy.
16 years old, and he's sleeping with a 33-year-old.
Yep.
Right?
Laney
Benoit. Ooh, yeah, we both got the French there. That never happens. Laney
I was ready
Benoit.
for you to go to Benoit on that one. Lady
Come
Benoit
on,
over
bro.
here.
Bro, these name pronunciations, I surprise every new student that I instantly got it right first time. Oh, nobody usually gets it. Yeah, I got all kind of linguistics, girl.
It's like the fourth time you've used that voice.
I don't know what it is, dude. Yeah.
You're into it today.
Today it's
a really shitty Long Island.
it's
Like,
Tony Boombox.
It reminds me of
hey, yo, Don.
Tony Boombox.
what's the Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Yeah,
The-
Carl. It's Carl from fucking
Aqua Teen Hunger
He's
Force.
the Giants fan. You knew a Carl was gonna make it into this fucking episode.
I knew a car was going to make it in, but I have no clue what you two are talking about.
I'm
Aqua
gonna
Teen
show
Hunger
you.
Force?
Dude, Carl, he's talking shit about the Giants. Oh my god, dude!
The one where
I'm
you
about to
ordered
blow your
the-
mind, dude. You are gonna go home, burn one, and watch a 3 DVD set of box set, and you're gonna come back and you're gonna have all these fucking. It's gonna blow your fucking dick off your body. It's so
What is
goddamn
it called?
funny. Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Is it a cartoon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's a
Ah,
spoof.
fuck, I
It
can't
makes
do
fun
it.
of fucking everything and everyone. It's the most offensive shit
They're
I've ever seen in
superheroes.
cartoon.
There's a meatball, a set of French fries,
And a shake. And Milkshake never pays his rent. It's fucking brilliant, dude. It's the funniest shit, dude. It makes fun of everyone.
So
no one is. It's better
Is
than
it a
South Park.
chocolate shake? Is it racist like
So
that?
you
It's a
know,
white
Scott
shit.
Van Pelt puts Meatwad on SportsCenter, right? Like Scott Van Pelt is a big he's a big Aqua Teen Hunger Force guy. Like some of those clips have made it onto his SportsCenter show. I swear to God,
I believe it, I guess.
it's crazy. Anyway,
I
all
mean,
right.
he's one of us. He's our age.
Lanoy Benoit Balls, 33, was arrested and accused of having sex with a 16-year-old boy and told to stay away from him. But on Sunday, deputies learned that the boy allegedly had been staying at her home for more than a week, and her bond was set at $7,500.
I'll let you pronounce the mom's name coming up.
After an investigation, they also arrested the boy's mother, 36-year-old Bro Bridge. Nailed that.
What's up, bro?
Oh no, that's where she's from. Never mind.
From Bro Bridge, Breaux, like foe, but bro. Bro Bridge.
That's kind of where I want to live now, if that's how you pronounce it.
Bro,
Right?
spiritually,
Where you
have
at, bro?
always lived under Bro Bridge.
That's
Okay?
right.
You in a fucking bro tank and a backwards corduroy Bills hat, collecting tattoos that reflect Ohio. Hello, welcome to Bow Bridge. I'm Tony Tape Deck.
Is that what you're going to name your town when you buy it? Was that your episode
Bro.
1?
I just fucking wrote the pilot for that shit.
Episode 1, and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm naming this shit Broville.
I love it. And then in a week, when he presents us his fucking pilot, it's literally just him and 2 sock puppets, and we're like, dude, this is a puppet show. This is not a TV pilot.
Just do me a favor. Don't buy an island. And she'll get wiped out.
You should buy an island, though, dude.
That's
That's,
absolutely
I don't
buy an
understand where
island.
that came from.
Yeah,
but
where does that
disregard
sound like a
that
horrible
advice.
idea?
Disregard that advice. I don't know where it came from, but disregard it. All right, so the deal is, the kid has been sleeping with a 33-year-old.
Yeah. Slow cap on?
16. Slow.
Pulling it down.
This kid took dance class in Miami-Dade. He ate the vagina cake. He wore the dick hat, and now he's sleeping with respectable women
There you go.
that have a skill set. Now, the problem is that the mother is the vulgar parent of the week candidate, right?
Yes.
Right.
She knew it was happening and let it go. Okay, now there's one thing about letting that happen. Then 2,
The kid's not going to school.
he's not fucking going to school.
Yeah, but he's
Dude.
16, which means what? He's a junior?
You gotta make your fucking kid go to school. If you know your kid's not going to fucking
It's 1
school,
week. It's 1 week.
all right. I have more problem with that than I do him getting laid at 16.
See, I
It's
don't know.
not healthy.
This is
How
one of-
would you
but-
would you rate Lainey? Because she is. There's a picture of her on the article.
Dude, this is a slippery slope. When I start, when we start judging women's mugshots, this podcast goes down a dark alley that I'm not ready to go down. But to me, she's a 9. She's a goddamn fox. I know she got problems, but man, she trying. She trying. She got
That's a
eyeliner
9.
on. She's overdoing those eyebrows.
Those eyebrows are horrible.
That orange blouse fits her well.
That's a prison jumpsuit.
Okay, I think her labret is pierced, or that's a mole.
I think that's a mole.
She might be a 3.
But to a 6, I'll say this much. To
See,
a
I'm
six,
telling you, You never ask that. You can't.
Yeah.
There is no good answer.
But to a
Either
16-year-old,
I'm insulting her or
that being a 16-year-old's teacher, you'd probably be like,
dude, no one has a chance to get gussied up for the fucking mugshot.
Right.
It's not the school picture day. Okay, Laney Benoit,
right. So look,
Benoit.
Benoit?
this is
Benoit
one of those
Benjamin?
ones. This is one of those instances where I feel like if we're gonna go, if anyone votes for her, the mom, you're voting for her as like a good thing. Like you're winning this week because you're letting your kid
Get
laid and sleep, whatever. Like
A
that's how I
1
look at it.
week
excursion. Like, all right, here's your spring break.
sexcation, like
With
spring
Laney
break,
Benoit?
like the greatest spring break you ever had heard of, except you looked at the calendar wrong and you scheduled it during the wrong week, and there was actually classes that week.
Right.
Yeah,
'Cause
that makes a lot
happens
more
all the
sense.
time.
That makes a lot more sense, actually. All right, and finally, our third candidate for Vulgar Parent of the Week. Number 3, this former parent of the year made kids kill a kitten and parade outside naked. I'm sorry, I'm going to read that again because I'm having trouble understanding this week's third candidate. Number 3, this former parent of the year
Okay.
makes kids kill a kitten and parade outside naked.
Now, I think a lot of times when people like parent of the year, father of the year, whatever, like they'll print off 100 t-shirts and you can go to Walmart and buy one for your dad in any size you need.
Yeah.
These parents were actually awarded from the government
Adoptive Parents of the Year
for
by
Northeast Oklahoma by the Department of Human Services.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know what the fuck they're doing.
So 10 years later, it reads, Wednesday, that Matthews, a 50-year-old now living in Independence, Missouri, was sentenced to 4 years in jail
Yeah, that's probably
for child
short.
abuse. Oh my good Lord. So, according to court documents, Matthews forced different children to bash a kitten's head into a tree until, I can't even read this part. Kids.
Until it died.
Yeah.
Walk around outside the
Okay,
house naked.
this is, hold on. This is when
and sit in a dog cage.
This is when
while
you have to
handcuffed.
alert the parents. By the way, if you're playing this and there are children in the car, you are this week's Vulgar Parent of the Week. Do not listen to this fucking podcast near your kids.
And we have feedback. We have proof that people do listen to this shit and sometimes their kids are in their car with them.
Listen, these
Don't play
people
this.
are weirdos. They had 50 animals, including 3 spider monkeys and 11 lemurs.
What the fuck is a spider monkey?
Okay, that's a prominent line from a NASCAR spoof movie. What is
Yeah.
that? But
Talladega Nights.
the real
Coming
question
at
is,
you like a spider
what's,
monkey.
what's a lemur? I was
It's also
like,
a monkey.
that sounds like
It's a
you're-
monkey with a long tail.
You're sure I could have been a French croissant to me. A lemur sounds like
That's
something you
another
get at a
monkey.
hipster coffee.
But she was also
place in
charged
the
with other
morning.
things, to seek medical treatment for her refusing to seek medical treatment for her 2 teen daughters after they were bitten by her pet monkeys.
Like you wouldn't eat a pistachio lemur. Come on.
What?
Continue. I'm listening.
I don't know. It's
Dude, this is
crazy.
a classic case of people biting off more than they can chew. It's like 10 steps beyond the crazy cat lady, right? You have 50 animals. If you had 50 animals and no kids, I would be like, whoa, either you're running an effective farm or you're a hoarder.
Right.
You know?
You're prepping.
2, you're adopting kids. You either have like the Sarah McLachlan sad song fucking PETA commercial on repeat, and you just
In your
like,
brain 24/7.
and you're constantly taking in like this lady cannot stop trying to mend the bird with the broken wing, but she's on like the record is skipping, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're crazy. I can't
This
believe
gets deeper. If you start clicking on extra links inside of there, it gets weirder.
is that where you just went?
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone.
this
Our
is the
sideline
one-
reporters coming in.
Dude, dude, you look shaken.
Well, no. Okay, because this one's talking about the mom.
Episodes 20 really is going to
He's
stick
way
with
There's
me.
more
also-
pale.
It's going to stick with me.
There's the dad who received a suspended life sentence of child abuse for testifying against the mom. So shit was fucked up to get a life sentence for child abuse. That you
Hold on. But then someone suspended it?
to test.
Like, if she's getting, how many years is she getting?
I mean, well, she's out on bond right now.
Okay, so that shit hasn't happened. But if he was prosecuted,
Deidre
charged-
Matthews could face a life sentence if convicted.
she
Child
could?
abuse was so bad that she could get a life sentence in jail.
That's normally like a couple of years and like, gee, yeah.
Yeah, no, like,
Just a couple years.
I don't know what.
All right.
and they,
That's tough, man.
and they said that even with suspended sentence, he's not allowed to be around children. Like, don't be near a child.
But you can have 11 lemurs.
Well,
All right, listen, we're going to put this thing to
We're gonna-
the test. I'm wrangling this shit for the 20th.
That's fine. We're gonna put it to rest, but then just be prepared. Maybe episode 25, we're gonna have a full hour
about
on this
On
topic.
that one, the in-depth.
A
the
future
breakdown.
episode will just be about this.
All right.
all
All
right.
right.
Or at least like a 30-minute spoof episode, like just a throw in on a Sunday afternoon.
An in-depth
Something. We're
true
going in on
crime
this.
garage. We really analyze the fucking files and go in deep into the K-hole.
We're coming for
of
you,
these
TG.
people. All right, let's do
TCG.
it. I'm in
All
it.
right. All right. I'm going to Prez, back from vacation. First up, you have 3 to choose from for your vote for Vulgar Parent of the Week. First up, we have the newborn dad that sold heroin in the hospital maternity ward.
Right.
The woman arrested for not for failing to report that her minor son was not going to school and sleeping with a 33-year-old for a week straight.
Right.
Or number 3, the adoptive parents of the year that 10 years later made their adoptive children kill a cat and walk around naked outside.
You know, I'm so depressed that I think I'm going to try and cheer myself up and go and give it to congratulations
Okay.
of the week and go for mom letting her son get laid.
Oh, I like that.
All
I
right.
like that angle. Okay, so first vote, Prez has got woman arrested for failing to report that the son was sleeping
Going
under
to Pound
his
Town
son.
with a lady twice his age.
Choops, who you got?
I don't feel like the vulgar parent is about a congratulations. And I refuse to vote for Cody because I think that A, not child endangerment, still believe it, and B, he's trying to make money to support his child. Like, he's doing the opposite of what a vulgar parent of the week is. However, the Oklahoma couple that are making their kids
What is that the opposite of? Like, I'm like, what the fuck is that the opposite of? But I love it.
the
Keep
opposite
going.
of a vulgar parent of the week. No, like a vulgar parent of the week does horrible things for children. This dude's trying to make a living, so his kid has a come up. Like,
Just leave it in the car.
Let's just clarify. There's no consistent winning like formula to be the vulgar parent of the week. Like, if you're trying to establish that on past history, no, this is what we've always done. That's the funniest shit ever. Like, that's not.
no, I'm just saying I'm not voting for the kid because I think he's doing.
I think he's doing God's work.
Yeah, basically for his child. He's doing
Got
it
it.
for his kid. He's there for his kid. He's there when the kid was born.
Yeah.
Which is what a good father would do. He's making a living so his child can eat, and I'm sure there's not a great healthcare plan, but beyond that, everything else this dude's doing, he's doing for his child.
Was your dad at your birth?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't remember it, but
You?
I would imagine so.
I don't know, but I think so.
Was yours?
No, he wasn't there.
My parents were married. Just
Yeah.
bragged on you.
Burn.
Got him.
For a very short time.
No, so I'm gonna vote for the lady that
Give me the fucking some of that motherfucker.
I'm
That's
voting
the
for
fucking-
the lady.
We both have dad problems.
No, I'm voting for the lady that made her children smash a cat's head into a tree, run around naked, and handcuff them into a dog
So
crate.
sad.
Bro, you made my fucking vote so easy because I'm not voting for that. I was really gonna go for the heroin dude who's
Were you really?
still slanging in the fucking ward.
Come on.
Dude, my boy could have been from Springfield right there. You could have headline could have read Springfield, Ohio, because he's still making money. He's like, yeah, I got bills now.
Yeah.
That's vulgar as fuck. But There's no way I'm letting those crazy people win anything again. They already won another award. They're not gonna fucking have another thing to put on their fucking award.
So you're not gonna vote for him just because you don't want him to have 2 awards?
Oh, I am so. They are so. They were third place to me. Third
I feel
place.
like they were the most vulgar parents this week. Whatever.
I'm going with Miller,
Yay,
the
yay.
fucking woman that lets her boy go to Pound Town for a week and doesn't care if he goes to school. That's fucking
I
vulgar.
feel like if Louis was 16 years old and told you that he bagged a 33-year-old, you'd fucking slap him on the ass and tell him good job.
I would make him go to school.
So this is just because
Education is very important in my mind.
So,
Okay.
so this is only because
I would.
he
It
didn't
would
go
be
to
a proud
school.
moment. I'd be pissed that he was cutting class, bruh. Dude,
Only because he. So this isn't.
you never
about,
saw that fucking Sinbad poster in your library? It said like knowledge is power or math is power. You know what I mean? Reading is knowledge.
Right.
Shaq, same shit, man. That's my fucking parenting right there, bro.
You took that shit to heart, too.
You
bro.
gotta go
This
to
is
school.
ridiculous.
You gotta go to school.
You guys are both ridiculous.
Listen,
I feel like there's a conspiracy against me right now.
there's a conspiracy because dude, I'm
I
not giving
made
those
it-
people the award. They're not just vulgar. First off, it's not vulgar adoptive parents of the week.
They were their own kids.
Nailed it.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
And how could we how could we sit there and be like, oh, let's do a special on these guys? They're so bad, and then
Because
be like, but they're not even the vulgar.
They're
parents of the week.
beyond vulgar parent of the week. I think that's what he's trying to say. And I'll say, they're so far beyond vulgar parent of the week. They're
Yeah,
the
dude.
worst
I
earthly
can't-
parents. Like
I
they're
can't award these
fucking
fuckers.
terrible.
Fuck these people. There's no rules to how I vote.
And
fuck these people.
He brought up a good point. They keep winning all this shit.
They won once, and it was 10 years ago.
Paper champions.
Paper shit.
All right. Congratulations. Is it Lainey Benoit?
Laney Benoit.
Laney Benoit.
Lainey
and
Benoit.
unnamed. No, that's the.
No, that's the mistress.
That's
That's,
the
the,
mistress, yeah.
tawdry
High
they
school
didn't.
cougar.
They didn't.
She's a high school
say the
teacher
mother
6.
Out of respect.
of the child.
All right.
High school teacher 6. Real world 2.
You are the vulgar parent of the week.
That makes no sense.
I felt the same way, but I was going to wait till after the fucking drop to drop
I
that
couldn't
same
wait.
shit. Couldn't
I have
wait.
no idea what you're talking about.
All right, listen, people. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. It has been a fantastic one. We got one more left. Here we go.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Wrap It Up is brought to you by CondomDepot.com. If you're not yet ready to become another vulgar parent, visit CondomDepot.com for a fantastic selection at fantastic prices and fantastic free and discreet shipping. That's CondomDepot.com. All right, we're going to wrap it up with the news from Munchie's section of Vice Media. They're at Vice.com.
This is more of like a PSA. I feel like
It's a super
with Halloween.
PSA.
that, yeah.
Halloween right here.
Watch out, kids. There, because there's another way to feel guilty about candy. An investigation revealed that Haribo gummies. Now, what does Haribo make? Haribo
They
makes
make,
like
like,
the
the gummy
little
bears.
cola ones, like the little cola.
And I think they make the
Have
worms.
you seen those?
I'm thinking it's a gold package.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
the only reason
definitely-
I know what
yep,
they are,
It's
yeah.
that gold label, but they make gummy bears. But they also make. Now, I think they claim to make like the first fucking gummy bears or something, but
Some shit like that.
but they also make the those little cola ones that look like a half drink bottle of cola. I always felt like that shit was dope. That was like the dopest designed candy ever, because the top is clear like glass. Dude, you're trying to make glass. Like that's your entry into meth right there.
I
But,
totally have you pegged as like a fake cigarette candy lover.
bro, I was a real cigarette lover. Okay, so of course I was a fucking kid. Yeah, hell yeah. All right, so a German broadcaster, ARD, aired a pretty sobering investigative report on confectionery company Haribo, maker of globally beloved gummy bears and Happy Cola gummy bottles. Fuck yes, I knew that. Among other candies, alleging that the company is unknowingly dependent on modern-day slave labor. Unknowingly is the key word
Yeah.
in their defense, okay? So apparently the supply chain, there's punishing conditions for the workers and the animals. So it's carnauba wax and how it's being harvested in Brazil. Is that it?
Yes.
I guess.
So it gives them that glossy finish. It gives the gummy bear the shine.
It's done by slave labor, apparently. So basically, long story short, when your kids are out trick or treating, if you get some gummy bears, like throw it at the people and tell them like,
If you weren't
go all
already
social justice warrior on them, and like,
if you weren't already guilty about other stuff about candy and your kids, here's another reason to feel terrible.
Yeah. Did you see the one like with Halloween candy and stuff like that? They're like, oh, watch out, they might put like weed edibles in your kids. Like, who the fuck's spending money?
I think it's interesting because we all like it's still around with like cell phone thing. The people in China, the shoes and clothes factories, like that sort of slave labor.
Child labor,
I think this one touches a chord a little bit because it's not expected. Like no one ever expect them to use slave labor on candy. It's supposed to be like innocent, and to know it attached to something so innocent, I find super interesting. I'm just really glad that it doesn't make you poop.
Oh, dude, like those Lebanese Albanese gummy
on Amazon.
What?
This is classic.
Yeah, there's a brand of
gummy bears. Let's just call it that.
Right, and for years they keep selling because people keep buying them, but it's like kind of like a practical joke. But the fake sugar, or the synthetic sugar that they put in these things, give people like the worst diarrhea, and they get super like some of it's probably fake. People don't really have it, but they kind of, if they do, they kind of give like just these dramatic poems or pieces of literature on their reviews.
People are writing legitimate poems about like
what this shit did to them,
with like rhyming and everything. Like, is there like
they just go for it.
Best top. Okay, so the most critical review, obviously on Amazon, I found here is a 1-star. It says, quote, "Just don't unless it's a gift for someone you hate. Oh man, words cannot express what happened to me after eating these, the gummy bear cleanse," quote. "If you are someone that can tolerate the sugar substitute, enjoy. If you're like the dozens of people that tried my order, run." The 5-star rating is fucking better, though. The 5-star rating reads, "Ideal gift for your congressional representatives."
Fucking amazing.
Oh, God.
No, but I mean, that's pretty fucked up. And I know that I will never purchase Harbo gummy bears again. But then I also have to step back
unknowingly.
and go,
all they got to do is change their supplier, right?
Right.
This
then you
really
also gotta step
cuts
back
off
and
that
think,
supplier.
like,
well,
how much is
I don't
it
know,
different?
but then
else?
then you get into all sorts of things. Like, how responsible are you to like vet where you're getting things from? And
from a
well,
very
you've got to be. That's
from the
consumers
business side,
vote with their wallet.
No,
so absolutely, yeah. All right, well, kids and parents,
don't eat gummy bears.
If you're going to eat the gummy bears, eat the Haribo ones with guilt. Eat the Albanese ones with Pepto. Right? Is that it? Or
it's fair.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, it's been a fantastic week. Prez, welcome back.
Appreciate it.
Remind them where they can find you.
Either the Hamptons or an island somewhere.
There you go.
But you said not to buy an island.
Shopping. He's shopping to
I
give
ain't buying.
you. Yeah, he wants you to buy so that he doesn't have to. Then he just shows up at yours.
Right. And then when
All
a
this
hurricane,
podcast
and then
money.
when a hurricane wipes it out.
If you got enough money,
All this
to-
CondomDepot.com money.
Yeah, if you have enough money to buy an island, I think you got enough island money to like have a helicopter come pick you up and like, all right, let's get out of here.
Right. I don't know.
Let's go over visit here, visit there, like private jetting out of that thing.
You got a final plug for the week? You know what you got going on with you?
Not much. Check me out at President Miller.
All right, bro.
See some sweet photos of my son on Trick or Treat.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
Coach Choops,
What up?
any final plug?
Nothing too crazy.
Where can they find you at?
At RTubes on Instagram, at Ryan C Life Coach on Twitter.
Hip you up.
Keep those questions coming in.
There it is.
That's how we keep this show going.
All right. And myself at Scotty Boombox on everything. Still about to drop that fire mixtape. Hopefully it's this week. We're still doing the last dance last Saturday of the month at Little Rock in Columbus. Check that out. Halloween was just off the hook. That night was banging. So shout out to Little Rock Bar in the 614. This has been the Vulgar Parenting Podcast. Thank you for listening. Subscribe now on iTunes. Give us that 5-star rating, and we will read it on air, no matter what it says. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/TheVP Podcast, and follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at Vulgar Parenting. email us, vulgarparenting@gmail.com. And of course, check out everything we do at vulgarparenting.com.